Hi there. Here's our last video lecture for Foundations of Business, Chapter 14, Customer Communication and Product Distribution. So, the learning objectives for this chapter describe the three major tasks in crafting a communication strategy and identify 6 important legal aspects of marketing communication. Identify the most common advertising appeals and the most important media use in advertising and direct response marketing. Describe describe consultative to selling and explain the personal selling process. Define sales promotion and characterize the differences between customers and trade promotions. Explain the uses of social media in customer communication and the role of public relations. Describe the importance of marketing intermediaries and contrast the roles of wholesalers and retailers. Describe how companies are using augmented and automated writing to communicate with customers. And social communication model is an approach to communication based on interactive social media and conversational communication styles. Okay, this is the first time in history that businesses are able to communicate, but in a two-way communication with the consumer. For decades, it's only been a one-way communication where the retailer, the business, sends out marketing, advertising, and communicates to the consumer about the products. Now they are actually able to get feedback from any consumer who wishes to respond. So this is a very unique situation for them that they're trying to take advantage of in order to increase revenue by doing what the customer wants. Okay, so social model of customer communication. Conversational promotions, we talk, you listen. That's what I was just describing as what it was traditionally for decades and decades and decades. And now the social model, conversation, discussion, permission, bi-directional, multi-directional, one-to-one or many-to-many, influencing, high message frequency, many channels. How many different times you get communications from businesses that are asking you for your thoughts and experiences and opinions on a number of different things. Okay? And then customer communications challenges, strategies, and issues. You have to establish clear communication goals. What's the purpose of it? Why are you sending out? How was your trip, or what was your experience what was your experience at Home Depot, which is what I received on Sunday? When you're at a restaurant, once you get out into the parking lot or just off the property, you get a message asking how was your experience at the restaurant. What improvements would you suggest? What did you like? What didn't you like? Define compelling message to help achieve those goals. So if your message is to improve the product by implementing a certain percentage of customer suggestions, then you have to have a message that conveys that. Outline a cost-effective media mix to engage target audiences. This is one of the few times in history where marketing and communicating with customers has been so inexpensive. It doesn't take a whole lot of money to create a program that sends messages to people who have just visited your location or your competitor's location. Establishing clear communication was generating awareness, providing information, and creating positive emotional connections, building preferences, stimulating action, and reminding past customers. Okay, then the core message, the single most important idea an advertiser hopes to convey to the target audience about its product or its company. So many times you are experiencing a commercial or a marketing piece that you're unclear as to what they are trying to say to you because it's trying to convey multiple messages. So you have to be clear and concise and know that this is the most important message that you're trying to convey, which also takes a great deal of research to figure that out. It usually connects with your core competency to the product itself. Then the AIDA model of persuasive communications. AIDA stands for attention, interest, desire, action. Okay. So the attention is to get healthy, wealthy, and happy. Interest, how can we help? Desire, details, pre-trial. Action, 10% off if you order today, or if you order in the next 5 minutes, or whatever the case may be. Okay. The communication mix, a blend of communication vehicles, advertising, direct marketing, personal selling, sales promotion, social media, and public relations that a company uses to reach current and potential customers. Inbound versus outbound marketing. Inbound marketing strategy that attracts customers by offering value-added information related to the subjects they are already engaged in. Content marketing is the tactic of offering helpful, value-added content to potential customers. Message integration, customer communication. So here's your message integration. Okay, so your advertising, your direct marketing, personal selling, sales promotion, social media, and public relations. And then it goes to the consumer with the integrated message reception. And then this is all the people that are influencing your customer. Okay. Assembling communications. Integrated marketing communication, IMC, is a strategy of coordinating and integrating communication and promotion efforts with customers to ensure greater efficiency and effectiveness. Then you have communication laws and ethics. You must back up your claims with evidence. Bait and switch. I was just a victim of bait and switch last week, where the school that I'm attending offered to waive the technology fee if I completed financial settlement within a couple days, and I did so. And they said that I didn't register for enough classes, wherein I had already registered for the maximum classes that I was allowed to take in the program that I'm in. So, and they knew that. They knew the program that I was in. I was already registered for the classes. They knew I couldn't register for any more because of the program limitations, not because of my limitations. And so I was not able to get the technology fee waived, even though they sent me multiple messages saying that they would waive it. It's a bait and switch. It is illegal, but to actually fight it would cost more than the technology fee. Marketing messages and websites aimed at children are subject to special rules, of course, to protect them. Advertising is simply the delivery of announcements and promotional message via time or space purchased in various media. So advertising is part of marketing, but it's not marketing. Marketing occurs when a transaction actually takes place, where someone exchanges, in our society, exchanges money for the product. That is when marketing actually takes place. Everything else is a part of marketing, but not actual marketing. So if you do lots of advertising and direct mail and personal selling, but the person never actually buys it by exchanging money for the product, then marketing actually never occurred in its complete form, only parts of it. Advertising appeal is creative tactic designed to capture the audience's attention and promote preferences for the product or company being advertised. Logic, emotion, humor, celebrity. Just think of, again, the Super Bowl commercials and see which ones are the most popular. And that's usually the ones that are most appealing because of one of these things. Okay? Emotional logical appeals. So consumers go on emotion largely, logic a little bit. Businesses go on logic largely, and a little bit of emotion. Okay. Advertising media, all the different media forms and product placement. The paid display or use of products in television shows, movies, video games. Why are they drinking a Diet Coke instead of a Diet Pepsi? Product placement. They actually paid to have it there more than the competition paid. Combining advertising appeals, Wilson duffel bag, carry everything through anything. So you're appealing to the duffel bag and the sense of adventure. Advantages and disadvantages of advertising. Television, great impact, but it has a high cost, and you're not really sure who your audience is that's watching it, or if they're watching it at all. Are they out getting a sandwich or a snack, or are they actually paying attention to it, or are they on their phone playing games during the commercials? Have they recorded the show and are just skipping through the commercials? You have no idea. Radio is low cost, high frequency, but no visual possibilities, short life. If someone tells you the website or the phone number, most of the time, if you're in your car, you're not writing it down, or if you're at work, you're busy working and not writing it down, and so you're not sure if you're going to get any traction in there. And then print, of course, is still there a little bit, but for the most part, it's going by the wayside. And then you have out of home, which is low cost per impression, but short exposure time. Digital, you can go on and on with digital. And then direct response marketing, direct communication with potential customers other than personal sales contacts. Designed to stimulate measurable response, also known as direct marketing. So these are the things you get in your spam filter or in your snail mail mailbox, and you decide whether you want to actually look into it or just ignore it, throw it away. Personal selling is one-on-one interaction between a salesperson and prospective buyer. Usually that's more of a complicated sale, but it can be as simple as buying a pair of shoes and the person is really good at knowing the products of the shoes that you want, whether it's a pair of boots or if it's a pair of running shoes or what have you. And they know the different products and the advantages and disadvantages of the product. And if they're accustomed to certain types of people, it's different types of feet, different types of product for that type of arch that you have or something like that, or the purpose of wearing them, whether it's work or jogging or walking or what have you. And that gets into the consultative selling where you're telling them what you need a product for, and they try to fit the one that's best for your needs. So that, in my example, shoes, your feet don't hurt or your arches don't fall, or if you're using them for work, your toes don't get crushed if you need steel toe or something like that. Personal selling process, prospecting, which is actually going out and getting qualified potential customers. Closing, the point at which a sale is complete. And then the personal selling process. Prospecting, preparing, approaching the prospect, aligning the customer's needs, handling objections, closing, and then following up. And if you take my sales class, we'll go into this in great detail, and you'll actually get lots of practice in the real world of doing this. And that is the end of our video lectures for this class. And I hope you enjoyed them and hope you learned a little bit. And I will see you in class.